I missed when I had to recite. I missed that nervous feeling, you know, and that like adulation of people saying, "Oh, when you're fighting Arnie and stuff."
knocking him out, mate.
And I did miss that.
Yeah.
That was hard.
Everyone's been through it. I've been through it
Truthfully,
myself.
bad depression.
Truthfully, yeah.
Bad depression. I had to see counsellors, psychiatrists.
Yeah.
I was on the highest dose of I think it's 200 milligrams a day of sertraline for I think it was 16 years.
Wow.
And then one day I just went, this was about, I think it was about just over a year ago. One day I thought, my mum passed away. Mum passed away, my ex left, and all things like that. I thought, I don't need these. I don't fucking need these.
Welcome to the 13th and final round podcast. And today we have a special guest here in the house. Anthony, the warrior, Farnell.
That's done.
Yes, man.
Did he almost forget his name then?
No,
There's a little bit of a pause there.
But it's all good still, because you know what I mean? It's the intro.
Too many headshots, mate.
Farnell, welcome here to the 13th round.
Mate.
Happy to have the opportunity to come here and just chat to you. We're not going to interview, we're going to chat. It's all
It's a chat. Forget the cameras are on. Let's just flow with it.
Roll
Let's
on.
flow, let's
I'm not
flow.
going to say
Yeah,
nothing. I'm
let's-
going to ask you no question. You just roll, man. You roll. Say something.
You let me know what you want. And I'll give
Anthony. And oh no, you like boxing and everything, yeah? Did you take it up because you were bullied or something? Why you take up boxing? Were you bullied?
Nope, no,
Did your family do boxing?
No.
Really?
My dad was just like, could have a fight, but he wasn't a boxer.
Oh,
but
so
he
you're a
was- he
street
could
fighter.
fight,
Yeah.
I just thought it was a bit of an hard case,
you were
when I was
following his name.
younger. And then there was one time I was in school, and a few mates said, should we go to the boxing gym tomorrow? We'll all take our gear, bring our kit and go to the boxing gym down the road, College of Mustang.
Yeah.
So I was the only one that brought my kit that day. So I walked down on my own, walked in, asked her to join the gym. And from then, boom, I loved it. So that's what it was. Yeah. And then I ended up loving it that much. I was boxing, but I had my first fight after 3 months training. Was against James.
You knew what you wanted
You
to
had
do.
love of football, didn't you? What was your favourite football team?
Manchester
Manchester
United.
Yeah.
There's only one Manchester team.
There's certain people like Man City, you know what I mean? Do you get that little conflict?
No, it is what it is, isn't it?
Different, innit? Yeah.
It's just different colour t-shirt, innit? Same city, innit?
That's it, yeah.
I won't lie to you. I'm being a Man United fan. I was cheering City on that last game last season.
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Well, I'll cheer City on it when they're playing Liverpool, definitely.
Yeah. It's weird that, isn't it? Like the rivalry between Manchester and Liverpool is bigger than Manchester v Manchester City.
Yeah. I think if they'd rather City win, because obviously Liverpool and they're United at that many trophies. So they'd rather City win rather than Liverpool.
Yeah, because it stays at home in one sense. Yeah. It's like Liverpool and Everton. It's the same way, isn't it?
That's it.
They don't have the same kind of rivalry.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got signed up with Brian and that, yeah?
Well, I went down to the gym after school one time, and then I loved it, sparring, and I loved it from there. And then
You even beat me up. I remember when you first started.
don't be saying that.
I'm joking. I remember when you first started, when you first signed up, though. I remember when you all you get preparing for turn pro and that, and I was like, I wish I would have done it.
That's it. I remember you as a amateur,
Did you?
heavy hands and like a big puncher and that.
You know, everyone tells you that story. Stroke his ego.
It's good for a world champ, man. It's nice.
2
Because
times.
when you're sparring, you don't realise you're hurting the person.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, with me, I was a bit. If I knew now what I knew then, I think I'd be a better fighter.
Yeah.
My spars was fights.
It was?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was. I wanted to.
You always
hurt
got the
you.
intensity.
I wanted to hurt you,
Yeah.
and it's so I didn't learn nothing.
Yeah.
Rather than I think now.
Oh, now you understand, yeah.
Now
So
you know, then I
smashing
didn't.
my head up, yeah? Yeah.
Then I didn't know. It was
Fight war.
you get in there with me,
You're
and
dead.
no matter what, I've got to win. But really, you don't win. In here, you don't win. It's learning. But when I
Would
was
you say
fighting, I
that's
didn't know
come
that.
from? Would you say that's come from how you was trained, and how you train now is vastly different from what you went through?
So it was when there was me, Gomez, Thomas McDonald, Darren Rose, Robin Reed, there was loads of Terry
Rose as well from
there was
Leeds.
loads,
Darren Rhodes, yeah.
And it was like
War.
it was wars. Like Donovan come down, and it was just wars all the time,
Constantly.
and it was stupid. It was daft. And none of us. What we learned is how tough we was. Don't learn nothing else. How tough we was, and it was. We brought each other on. The trainers, the trainer, didn't bring us on.
Yeah,
we was dedicated. We brought each other on because there was loads of, just say there was 6 or 7 guys that made pretty well out of that gym at that time when we was all fighting. Yeah, they might have been 30 or 40 or went by the wayside because it was kill or be killed. And it's not way to go because we was having a fight every day. Every day, Mondays to Friday, was sparring and was having a fight every day. Like you say, your brain is. You wouldn't have a proper fight every day, would you? Because you'd be finished within a year to 2 years. That's what we was doing in that gym.
It's weird because I came from a kickboxing background, went to Sheffield and went into body sparring. From getting kneed and elbow, getting from kneed and elbowed and kicked in the head. To body sparring, vastly different.
Well, we done body sparring.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of Manchester people doing it.
We
now,
do body sparring, but I don't think it's good for your fitness and your conditioning. But really, like I remember a lot of people in the English gym when they went in that they was good, and they got caught, It's like, oof, and they went because they're not used to that. But really, like it's swings and roundabouts because they probably had a longer career than us.
But now what they do, they mix it now. So basically, you might say a couple of rounds of body sparring. I said, right, you two get out, you go in, you get in with him, and you do head sparring. So you do mix it now. And they send you away abroad, like do proper.
That's why I asked it, because I agree. I think that what you guys did was too far that direction, but the Ingles were doing it too far that direction. You need both. Like you do body sparring to 4 weeks out, and then 4 weeks before the fight, you got to get ready.
I think that's how it comes on as well, no boxing, because you've got like trainers like myself or whatever, and yourself like in boxing, where you've done that hard sparring, you've done all that, and you know that doesn't mean nothing. That, like, the people who watched it, where I thought, wow, that doesn't mean nothing in the grand scheme of things. Like, what it means is you're going to have a short career. It doesn't. You don't learn because you're tense all the time. You learn when you're relaxed and loose. When you're tense, you just want to win everything.
Because you can't. Because you can't make any mistakes. So when there was some guys what would do, like Nats, for example, because he's relaxed, he's doing things. People are thinking, how is he getting away with that? Because he's relaxed in sparring, right? Doesn't work for everyone though, right? No. Whereas when someone sparring outside in Manchester, when I come across I was at the Ingles and I used to come over to Manchester for sparring and watch sparring. I'm like, oh Jesus, like you know what I mean? Like
from outside,
like where's the popcorn? Like there was better sparring than some of the fights. And I'm thinking, you guys are not getting paid for this either. You know what I mean?
I've done it where I've knocked people clean out in sparring. I've been dropped in sparring myself. But what does that? What does that mean? It means nothing. Like it means the people in the gym have seen it, but like, oh right, I just knocked him out.
Who else has seen it?
Well, it doesn't matter. It's not on your record. And you're getting punched, and that's shortening your career.
And you paid £4 to gym entrance.
I just want to give a big shout out to our sponsors. It wouldn't be able to do the episodes or buy the equipment to do a podcast without the sponsors. So we're going to give a big shout out to
One Love Caribbean Food Shop in Bradford. Thank you very much.
The best Jamaican food in England, my wife will tell you. Also a big shout out to the Fat Loss King for sponsoring us. If you want to lose 5 to 20 pounds and look good for the summer, there's no better time than see results like this. Guys, keep on enjoying the podcast and don't forget to give us a shout out. Don't forget to like, share,
comment, subscribe.
And subscribe.
And subscribe as well. Don't forget.
I remember the last time I sparred, It was in 2010. I won't mention the person's name. And Derek Roach was training me. And I got hit with a right hand. I got wobbled. And I literally said, I'm done. Because I knew, like, if I took another shot at Robert Pride, I was going to go down. I'm like, I'm done. And I remember getting out of the ring and walking out. And Derek goes, no, we've got rounds to do. And I'm like, no, I'm done. But what I meant in that moment is like, I'm really done with this. Because it's that my ego had had enough.
Yeah.
Because your ego can only take so much.
That's good, though, because you recognise that yourself. You recognise, it's too much this.
Yeah, I'm done
with me, I was a bit like...
Get hit, man,
like stupid, really. Because I was saying... my last fight, when I got meningitis, after the first round, I went to get up, and my legs felt like lead weights. They were gone. Anyway, I went to the 10th round, that Eugene Montero caught me, and then done me, went down, got up, and the referee stopped it. Anyway, from the second round onwards, it felt like no balloon, when you blow a balloon up, and it's that tight, it's going to pop. Yeah, it felt like a balloon, and it's just going to pop. So I was thinking, from the second round onwards, I was thinking, knock me out, because I'm not quitting. He had to knock me out, and he couldn't knock me out until the 10th round. When he didn't knock me out, he stopped me. And when he dropped me, I got back up, but I was gone. Honestly, the feeling was. But like you said, the boxers' mindset, they don't want to quit and give up. But like. I was on death's door then, mate, honestly. Like, it was bad.
Because I'd had enough of proving myself to trainers. I remember one time I had a spar with, I won't mention trainers' names, and they went, we're going to do 10 rounds today. I was doing it, I was 10 stone, the other guy was 12.5 stone.
Stupid, that.
Right, and it was literally it wasn't a spar, it was like...
Fight.
It was fight. It was like they wanted to know if I'm ready. After 10 rounds, I'm dead. I've kept a guy 2.5 stones off me, and he went, I really enjoyed that, you enjoyed that, let's do 5 more. And I'm like, and I did it, and then I went home and I went tears, crying. Day after, I got all black eyes and all the rest, and that's when my ego started to take this, like, who the fuck am I doing this for? Am I doing this for me, or am I doing it because I don't want to let my trainer down, I don't want to let people down, but I'm not even getting paid for this. Do you know what I mean? And I think a fighter needs an ego, and it's true that the fighter knows when to quit.
Of course he does.
And he needs the right people around to say, listen, it's all right for you to stop now. You've proven yourself. You're not a loser and all the rest of it. But unfortunately, as we've talked about off camera, there's people making money off you.
Of course it is. Well, I was lucky enough, because I'm not lucky, but I had to retire when I was 25, not failed brain scan. But if I didn't...
You're only 25 when you retired?
Yeah. Wow. I 37 pro fights.
Wow.
25-year-old, I had to retire. But... if I didn't have to, I probably would have kept on going and going. So really, it could have been a blessing as well,
You did a lot in that time. You did a lot in your time.
Let's get back to when you was in the fight with Montero, When you felt that sensation in your head, then you start thinking of like, oh, man, I'm getting brain damage, I just want to quit. Or you just carried on, you thought, nah, I'll be all right.
No.
What were you thinking that time when you had that sensation in your head?
That I'm dying.
Yeah, so what did
on my son's life, it's like I'm dying. So, but I'm not gonna quit.
But
wow.
Tell them what you were thinking out there. Tell the camera, tell the people out there, what were you thinking really?
Was you just in the moment and getting on with it?
It was. I can remember it was the MEN arena. Well,
so if your head's pounding, I'm thinking, you know what is? Why I'm pounding?
It's not pounding. What it was is it felt like blowing a balloon up, and the balloon is just ready to pop. The pressure was going to bomb.
That's blood pressure.
Yeah, that was. I don't know what it was, but it was like it was a bad feeling. Yeah. I was thinking to myself, Chimmer.
Were you scared?
No, I just thought I'm going here.
You're in the moment, aren't you?
You would die.
You
were ready to die in that ring.
Yeah. I wasn't give up. I wasn't going to give up. Yeah. That's why I was thinking, just Chimmer. Yeah. Because I'm not going to stop and say, I've had it. Yeah. You have to do me.
That did you want to get embarrassing you?
I don't know what it was. It's just
no, but it's in him. Yeah. The thing is, you always brought the intensity. You always had the intention. When we're talking to Rich Williams, we were on about what is the best characteristic of a fighter, and you remember what he said? Yeah. Because I was asked first, I said footwork. All right, and I think you said speed. Did you say speed? Speed. And then Richard Williams said character, because character's not so much you have it or you don't have it. We've seen guys
he was classy.
Yeah, we've seen guys going to be world champions, and then when they come up against another world champion, they don't have the character to pull through a hard fight because they're beating people below their caliber. Whereas you always went up against everyone. You didn't shy away, right?
I tried, didn't I? Tried my best, but that's all I can do.
Yeah.
You know what I used to love? I used to love your build-ups.
Great one, man.
You know, your weigh-in, press conference. You what?
Yeah.
You what? That far.
You look like you loved it.
What it was with me, if I knew now, if I knew then what I know now, I think it would have been a better fight because it was too intense to me.
Yeah.
It was, I hated that person I was fighting.
Yeah.
Like I trained that hard and stuff, and I trained because I didn't want to lose, and that person tried to take something away from me. But so I hated him. Yeah. But really, I didn't hate him, did I? Because I didn't know him.
Yeah, it's not personal.
You want to keep yourself up. Keep it motivated.
I used to think it was
But you was like that as well. You was quite intense as well.
They made me like that.
Yeah. I can see why. No, but I can see a lot of the training in Manchester compared to Sheffield. Every time I stepped in the gym in Manchester, I could feel like when I used to go and watch Ricky spar, I could feel the intensity when I walked in.
Yeah.
And even the eyes, like no one wants to be a friend until you've proven it.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh, are you doing it?" Yeah. You know what I mean?
Rocky 3.
Yeah. Yeah, it was literally like the Rocky 3 scene
when he walked in the gym.
Yeah.
The eye of the tiger.
Oh gosh. Boy.
I sat with your fans one time. We fought in Sheffield, and Isham fought John Irwin on the Isham Pickering fought on the top of the card.
It was it in Hillsborough Lodge?
That's right, Hillsborough Lodge. Now, do you know what some of the things that your fans shout? Your fans are nuts, mate. Crazy. They were shout every time the ring card girl got in, and put the. Sorry, do you know what? Can you have a guess?
I couldn't imagine.
Right, they were like, salty knickers, salty knickers. And I'm like looking at my mate, like, what are they saying? Salty
knickers.
I can imagine.
Curious, man.
I remember when I boxed in Germany. When I boxed in Germany, there was like a few people at ringside and stuff, and I seen them laughing their heads off because there was two women fighting. Yeah. And they was all going, "You should be all doing this." That's what it was like. It was just funny. Wow.
Can't get away with saying that now, can you? Can. This weekend's the first female.
Shields for the Marshall.
All female show. Yeah.
What do you think? Hey, talk about the Ben and the Eubanks. What do you think about that? What's going on? Come on.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting, isn't it? Well, it happens though. You've had experience as well yourself.
What's your instincts tell you about it all? You think he's innocent?
What was Ben's intention? What do you think his intentions were to do to Eubanks?
I don't know what his intentions because it's whatever he's done, right? I don't know what his intentions were. Obviously, it's to make him better or feel better. But they're saying it's a female fertility drug or whatever it is. Yeah. But it's a mask. It's a masking agent.
Yeah, that's right.
You can mask different steroids and stuff. Yeah. So he has took them. Yes, and that's to mask it. And if that's like, I apologise if it comes out where he's not done nothing, you know what I mean? But if he has, he's a prick. Yeah. Because everyone's in that ring fighting each other. Yeah. And if people start taking things, it's wrong. My last opponent, Eugene Montero, scumbag. Yeah, he got banned because they found 3 different stories in his system after he fought me. Wow. So he was a scumbag. Not saying I would have beat him if he didn't take them steroids, but he had something to
not the point though,
to help him through training or whatever it was. Yeah. So end
of the day, you can lose your life in there. I mean, all the people that sit at home and watch it shout, "I could do better." Even football, I could have scored that penalty. Yeah, why don't you do it then? You're not doing it. And a lot of people don't understand when they're watching it. I took a friend to watch a box match for the first time in his life in Liverpool recently on Channel 5. I mean, one of the fighters that I worked with was on the main event. Big, give a shout out. Matty Harris, the next heavyweight champion of the world. Yeah, work with him. 19.5 stone. Stone heavier than Joshua, done sparring with Joshua, done sparring with all the top guys.
Not heard of him.
Huge. I'll show you a picture. He got knocked out of the month on Sky Sports a couple of months back.
Oh, yeah.
Peaks as well, tall, 6 foot.
Massive. 6'9" guy. So I took him to my friend to watch it, and he's watched loads of boxing at home. It's the first time he's ever been
a live one.
And he was like cringing. He was like, wow, I didn't realise how hard they're hitting each other. Because when you're watching at home, you don't realise until you're right up next to the action what it's like.
People don't realise as well, it's all the training up until the fight time.
Yeah.
It's
the nerves.
I said to someone, said, oh yeah, like, what's it like and stuff, getting ready for a fight. This was years ago.
Yeah.
And I said, if someone said to you, me and you, outside on the street, right, we're going to have a fight, right, in 5 weeks, 6 weeks, right? Right?
Oh,
You've got to go home to bed every single night knowing that. And that's what boxers do. They know, they come across like I come across like I'm not scared of nothing. I was nervous, mate. Every day I was nervous. I'm fighting him.
And then was it knock him out? Arnie, that was my head.
And then it's like you're thinking that, and that pressure, that mental
intensity,
pressure, intensity, it's hard.
You got to peak at the right time as well. I honestly think, that when Ricky Hatton fought Mayweather's at the weigh-in, if they'd have fought that night, Ricky would have got Mayweather's. Mayweather's looked rattled to me, and Ricky looked ready. But the day after, when Ricky was walking out to the fight, it's almost like he deflated a little bit. Like the occasion had got to him, like, oh shit, I'm here.
The occasion got to me when I fought Takaloo.
Yeah.
I sparred Takaloo about a year before I fought him, and I played with him, right?
Down in Margate?
No, he's
Did he come
in Colston Mustang. He come to Colston Mustang, and I thought, I've done that. I'll smash it.
Yeah.
Easy work. I went out there. I was too confident. I was cocksure of myself, thinking I'm knocking him out, thinking I'm going to be world champion and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember walking out, the Roy Keane gave me his top. I come out to United and stuff, and it was like, I remember the guy in front of me. I was walking out, there was a guy in front of me. He's like that, he was. Big bald, dead tanned, with a white shirt on, dead tanned, down here, and a big thick gold chain. And in his eyes, he was tears in his eyes going, come on, Arnie. Tears, like, proper, like, no emotional. And I'm saying, everyone's shouting, I'm going, he just got me. And I thought, wow. And it hit me then. Yeah. And I'd say, I won't like to say it did, but I froze, I think. Yeah. In that fight, I was just too tense and froze.
You know why?
It happens.
Because you knew you had to impress the crowd, especially that man who was crying for you.
It was,
people like...
Yeah. That was hard. That was because I'm an emotional person as well, and that was like...
You're all in, aren't you?
It got me, it got me.
Wow.
Yeah. It's funny you should say that, because when we talked to Rich Williams, I'd see you two are totally opposite characters.
Yeah.
He never took any of it serious. He'll tell you straight, he never watched boxing, he didn't give a shit about it, he enjoyed it.
And he was brilliant.
And he was relaxed. And he's still got the same attitude now. Them two were playing around. And I said, would you have another fight? He goes, yeah, I'd have a fight tonight, I'd have a fight tomorrow. It's like nothing. Yeah. It's opposite contrast, and it's funny how...
I bet he didn't go to bed thinking, this guy, I'm fighting this guy and stuff.
He actually said that sometimes he regretted not having that feeling.
Yeah.
Because he turned up like...
Well, I missed... When I had to retire, I missed that nervous feeling, and that like adulation of people saying, "Oh, when you're fighting Arnie and stuff."
You're knocking him out, mate.
And I did miss that. That was hard.
Yeah, after you retire. Yeah.
So when you retired, what did you do? How did you feel? Like mentally.
Was there a gap between you being a trainer and a boxer?
But I got badly depressed, mate.
You didn't start being a trainer straight away. So you stopped boxing
after about a year.
Mentality, your mental health. What did you go through? Everyone's been through it. I've been through myself.
Bad depression.
Truthfully,
bad depression. I had to see counsellors, psychiatrists.
Yeah.
I was on the highest dose of I think it's 200 milligrams a day of sertraline.
Wow.
For I think it was 16 years.
Wow.
16 years. And then one day I just went, this was about, I think it was about just over a year ago. One day I thought, my mum passed away. Mum passed away, my ex left, and all things like that. I thought, I don't need these. I don't fucking need these. I just stopped them straight away.
Was you married?
No. I was with her 20 years.
Yeah. So
she just left and stuff. And don't get me wrong. Now I'm happy as Larry. Now I've got I've got a better one. My life's good. Yeah. But when my mum died,
Everything
the ex left.
All come at one time.
And it come at one time. It was bad, and I was on the search lane for so many years. I thought, I don't need these. I can get through this. My mum's, the worst things ever happened to me is my mum dying. I thought, if I can get through this, I can. And I stopped it. It was the hardest thing.
Did you go cold turkey?
Yeah, it was the hardest thing I've ever done. But never told no one about it. Well, I've mentioned it now, but at the time, and I was in bed, I was going, it was like, I don't know what it's like being, I've never had drugs and stuff, but you've heard like heroin addicts coming off and stuff, and I seen him shaking. That's what I was doing. That was the hardest thing I've ever done. That was bad. That was bad. And I was coming in the gym, this when I was training the guys, acting
like no,
fine.
Wow.
And what's called, and I said to, I remember saying to Jimmy Kelly once, I come off them like last month or whatever, or the month before. He went, I can remember there's a week in here where you was like not there, like you was like looking into space. And
zombified.
I didn't know that, but he mentioned that to me.
Yeah. So my wife took some for a short period of time, and I was like, you need to come off them.
No, well, what happened is, I'm an emotional person, like I said before, anyway. But these search lanes stop your emotions and stuff. I wasn't getting upset on nothing. I stopped them. Like they've been out with my system for over a year now. Stopped them. I'm watching Coronation Street now. I'm crying. Honestly, my emotions have come back. It's done like, oh god, like Emmerdale Farm and stuff. You know what I mean? Watching it, going like. I was in a state.
I'm like you. I'm emotional. I watch things like Titanic and get too.
Oh mate,
but you know now you're not alone.
Yeah.
Because you know we look at these boxes now saying, they're living nice, glorious, nice, and living tight. No. Some boxes might have got all the money, but they're still depressed because you know why? The boxing's gone. And you got nothing else. Yeah. So I think that's
so hard.
It's really hard.
It's so hard.
Myself, I had no job. I won some few things on boxing, but I was depressed. I didn't know what to do. I was in the house. I got beat, and then what I did, I went on the fight, and that was a draw. I was a draw with a person I beat. Yeah. And then like my head just.
And you're not there, are you?
No, I had to go to Jamaica for a couple of weeks.
It doesn't matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter what anyone says to you.
It's not easy.
If you're not in your own body.
How do you feel when after your sort of sport? To get to normality.
Listen,
to get to normality.
I just wish I'd have had at least one pro fight because I did everything that everyone else did.
Yeah, but you did kickboxing fights, right?
Yeah, I did.
How do you feel when you finished it and to get back to normality?
I was a kid, and when I was a kid kickboxing, I enjoyed it, and I liked smashing people up. I never really had any hard shit.
It was a hobby.
Yeah, it was a hobby. But I went out into boxing and I'm living with Junior, I'm living with Isham, and I'm around other fighters, and they're telling me stories about this manager and promoters doing this. It made me paranoid because I'm like, that's not going to happen to me. I'm not going to let that do to me. And I just held on a bit too much. I was probably a bit too clever to the game because I'm learning from other people's mistakes. And then, but I'm doing all the sparring. I'm doing everything what everyone else is doing. And when I didn't get... Because I try to basically get everything the way I want it, but you guys know it doesn't work that way. You've got to give something, haven't you? And hopefully you come through the other side and then say, all the shit you did to me, now I'm a household name. I'm going to take control, right? But I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that I had to give a little bit to the game, take some risks, because I saw people getting ripped off, but then over managed in fights. I don't want to criticize them. You know where I trained, but this guy's coming through and he's going to be a potential talent, and then they're putting me with someone who's had 10 fights and he gets beat, and I'm like, I'm not going to have that happen to me. Do you know what I mean? So I came out suicidal. I tried to commit suicide. I came out at the back end of it, and I'm like.
Well, when I was depressed, when I had to retire, because 25 years old, it's no age, is it?
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself,
25.
Yeah.
25. I started at 25.
25
yeah. That's what I mean. He did a lot. He did a lot in that
37
time.
pro fights at 25 years old.
You turned pro young.
Yeah.
And 18. I was still waiting.
How old were you? 18 when you went pro?
18,
I think it was just before my 19th birthday.
Yeah.
You came in hot though, didn't you? You had a following straight off the bat.
Yeah. I had a big following. I only had 25 amateur fights.
Yeah.
But I beat people like Michael Lomax, Danny Reynolds, people like that. I won 22 out of 25.
Yeah.
I lost my first one to Jamie Moore.
Yeah.
Then I beat him again. Beat him.
You was a good ticket seller, though. That's why.
But I sold quite a few tickets as an amateur.
Yeah.
My family's big and like down from like, and we knew everyone, and everyone like when they seen a crowd going, some more came on it, and they had a good time. They all went out on the pace, and some more come, and I was like, I took up full plane load to America.
Yeah, wow.
It was great.
Whose card did you fight under in America?
Nazim Muhammad versus Wayne McCulloch.
Wow. That's right.
And Franz Wolfer versus Shannon Briggs, I think it was.
Shannon Briggs. Wow, you fighting that one as well?
Naz. Yeah. Did you meet Naz? Did you get to meet him?
Yeah.
What was it like with you?
I loved Naz as a fighter.
I did.
Yeah.
But when I met him, I didn't like him.
What put you off?
Well, no, it was... I boxed. It was only after my second. I boxed after my second pro fight. I boxed in Barnes. There's someone called Marty Renigan.
That's right.
And I actually had to train with Ingalls. He had 2 fights, won both by KO. I come off getting silver medalist. He dropped me in the first round.
Yeah.
But we was outside, and I was with a few of my mates, and he was in a top Ferrari or Lamborghini, whatever it was.
Nazis.
Yeah. And he's going, don't fucking touch that fucking car and all that. I was like. And I was thinking,
should have battered him.
You little geek, I'll knock you out on one of them. But I was like,
we've all had a little incident like that.
But I looked up to him. But then when he done that, my mates was like, like going up to him and stuff. And he was like, he told everyone just to F off, sort of thing. Yeah. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
But obviously, we don't know what people's mindsets like doing stuff, and especially in boxing, like it's fucking.
I got to be around
crazy.
him. I got to be around him in the gym, and maybe there's certain things I shouldn't say in front of the camera. I saw certain things, and I had seen that kind of friction with people, and I could see that friction with me. But what I chose to do was, when I was seeing it, was be quiet when I was in the gym. And after a period of time, the guard went down. I think Naz only needed 2 people to be in the room to turn into the prince, and be like.
Yeah, sure.
You understand what I mean? Yeah. But I've had some really intimate encounters where it was just me and him in the gym. I'm like...
I remember when he chinned Michael Brody in the Irish Centre in Cheetah Mill.
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah.
Like, the guy was special, wasn't he?
Yeah. Special. But when you had him one-on-one, he was quiet. He was shy. He was... it was totally different to what you mean. I remember him getting out of the shower... For all you fought on the same card, the Wayne McCulloch fight, and he come up to me and he went like this, posing, and he looked at me and goes, "How much you weigh?" And I said, 10 stone, and he goes, "Oh, I'm 10 stone too." He was like, "This is like 9 days out." He's 9 days out for fighting McCulloch, and he's 10-2, and I'm just in my mind like, how are you getting down to 8 stone, 13, 9 stone in 9 days?
You know how he did it? Starved himself probably in it, fasted.
Everyone's done
crazy. Everyone's done it. I've done it myself.
You've done it anyway.
I've done like stupid before I knew I was a diet. Yeah. If I knew now, I was never ever the middleweight, mate. Yeah. If I know now when I was boxing, I could have stayed a welterweight my whole career, easier.
Yeah.
Bone in the legs and that, I was like decent at top, but
were you rushing down the weight last minute?
No, I never went heavy. I went like 7 pounds, 10 pound overweight.
Serious?
Yeah. But early on in my career. Yeah. But then when I got like, late on, like when I moved to
Phoenix, food and all
that. When I moved to like Phoenix camp with Ricky Hans and stuff, and like I found out like Ricky put a stone on after the weigh-in and stuff like that. Yeah. Like you start wanting to do it yourself and stuff.
Yeah. Go out and eat and that.
Yeah.
It catches up though.
But that wasn't me.
And I bet it was hard on you to get it down.
And usually I'd eat whatever. I'd probably after the weigh-in I'd probably put like 5-6 pound on. But then when it got later, I wanted to know in my career, and I was training at Phoenix camp. Like Ricky used to put like a stone on or like 15 pound or something.
Yeah.
No, overnight. So like everyone wanted to do the same. Oh, Ricky does it. Like we should do it. Like it wasn't me. I was always feeling too heavy and
so when you got in a fight, you were like
too like it didn't feel good.
Naz did the same kind of thing as Ricky, didn't it? Right. Naz would blow up. Naz would come into the gym to lose weight.
Yeah.
He'd come in at 13 stone at 5'3". 13
stone.
And fight at 9 stone. And then he's only before the Kevin Kelly fight when he come in. I think he came in at 12.5 stone. He had 7 weeks
to get it all off.
So imagine what they could have done if they were dedicated with the food.
It's just fitness, isn't it?
That's it.
He'd have come in, he'd have already been in shape, and now he just has to improve his fitness. Yeah. That's why if you look, after he won the world title, every single fight after he wins the world title against Robinson, you can see the decline.
Yeah.
Because it's catching up on him. Even with Ricky, you could see the decline after Ricky won the world title.
I remember you could. I remember Ricky as an amateur, and I thought he was going to be. Ricky was a superb pro. I thought he was going to be even better than he was.
Yeah.
I thought his style as an amateur, what he had, was better than his pro style. Yeah. He was unreal.
When he turned pro, you know, the turning out, finding angles, all the rest, fluent combinations. He started to rely on his power a little bit, and same with Naz, they started relying on power.
Well, I think what happened with Ricky is when he fought Costa Zoo, it was like they wanted to get him close. They wanted to get close and just rough him up, smother him. Not like because you have that long right hand, so they get close. But I think he's kept at that. You know, he kept that style.
Yeah.
He kept that style then.
Yeah.
And never changed.
Yeah.
But before that, whatever you say about Ricky, he's done amazing. If he would have done better, nice one. If not, he's still done brilliant.
Yeah, precisely. I really wish he'd have beat Mayweather, though. I don't want to beat Mayweather in that fight.
I don't think it was ever going to happen. I think that guy's just a different level.
You both fought OJ, didn't you? OJ Abrams' brother, Daly. He's training. Is it Deji who's fighting Mayweather's next? Yeah, he's training him for that fight. Right. He's out in America with him right now. That'd be interesting. What do you think of Mayweather and these exhibition fights and getting $20 million still?
Mate, if someone said to me, you can do an exhibition, $20 million.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no, yeah.
I'm gonna say. So we can always say, "Oh, it's stupid and that," but so what?
Yeah.
If he's making money, people want to watch it.
That's it.
Fair play.
Yeah, he's pretty much guaranteed to win as well.
What would be if Manchester fighters? What would be a fantasy Manchester exhibition fight we would love to see? I know one. What about you? You would put together from Manchester.
Two fights from Manchester.
Or from Yorkshire, Manchester. What would you put together? Exhibition.
Don't know, mate.
I know I'd say I said Ricky and a Junior Waiter, because that never happened. But if you do an exhibition,
we have this conversation.
Do you know what? Right? Do you know like at one point, when Junior fought, it was an Italian guy. Ricky's already stopped him. Junior fought him. He's an Italian guy. If you're European, I thought if he fights Ricky, that is going to be some fight. Yeah. Well, then the fight after that, it was boring. Then the fight after that, it was awesome again, no Junior. So he's like, but as soon as Ricky got close to Junior, I think that's when Ricky would have done him. But it would have been hard getting close to him, I think. Yeah. I remember Junior as an amateur. I thought, wow. Yeah. He had heavy hands as well. Yeah. That's what he looks like, anyway, but I thought he was very, very good.
He hits you at angles you don't see as well.
He really catches, spiteful.
Yeah.
I spied him all the time.
Yeah.
As an amateur. That was the same amateur club.
Yeah.
Even though when I first started amateur, I had no experience, but the trainer put me in there with him just because I was the size of my heaviness. Yeah. So I'd spy him every day. I used to hate it. To get battered. But you know, I learned, man.
I've got a special talent from your neck of the woods training there.
What's that?
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali. Yeah.
Unreal, mate.
Good.
Yeah. Unreal.
Yeah.
From the old amateur gym.
When he's.
Did he box in the middle of COVID on BT?
Yeah. When he's relaxed and.
Keith Lewis, right?
Yeah, Keith Lewis.
Yeah.
When he's relaxed and not forcing it, he can beat anyone. Wow. He's good, mate. But he wants to.
He wants to have a scrap.
He loves a scrap.
Security dog.
Wow. Yeah, that's good, man. Final, really, really good. So now you started training fighters. Who the fighters you got under your belts now? And obviously, this is not the gym where I've been in. I've been in the other different. Yeah, you moved about 5 times, haven't you?
3 times.
3 times. What? It
burnt down. It burnt down. Yeah, burnt down.
That's his first gym. It was nice, bigger than this.
There's Jimmy Keller.
What was he done?
Well, just fought Jamie Munguia or Hammy Munguia last time in LA.
Yeah.
Jimmy's like the top fighter. He's boxing in Florida in 3 weeks.
Nice one. You know anything about the opponent he's fighting in Florida?
We don't. It's a mix with 2 opponents.
Right,
They're all tough, especially at that level. He's not boxing no one at a great level, but still he's boxing world titles, Jimmy. So he's not going to go right down here. So that level is like a decent level. Anyone can beat anyone, I think.
Level, 50 fight.
Yeah.
Wow. And now what amateurs? You got any good amateurs?
No, just pros. I do pros, and I'll train like personal sessions. Yeah. But I've got quite a few pros.
So you're here full time, like just sit
I'm here from 8:30 till about 4 or something.
So it's good.
Do you limit yourself to how many people you want to train when it comes to the pros?
No. I just limit myself to if I like them or not.
Yeah.
Because
you've got the relationship, don't you? You've got to be able to work with them.
Like there've been loads where I've just like carted them out of the gym because their attitude stinks, and they think they've made it before they have made it and stuff. And
some of these amateurs think they need training camps for amateur fights now, don't they?
Stupid. What do you think about that?
Stupid,
isn't it? Just train.
It's it's the social media.
You remember, Donovan, going to you used to just go to shows to weigh in, didn't you?
Yeah.
See if you can get a fight.
Yeah.
You should go there, weigh in. You've got a fight. Or I remember going to one show.
And borrow someone's gum machine and put it in shorts.
I remember going to one show once.
Sweat the groin guard and put that on as well.
And someone like my trainer said, I just went there to weigh in Radcliffe. Ricky Hatton was boxing on the bill against Patrick Doherty. No, Paddy Doherty, his son. I boxed as well. Rest in peace. He's died now. But, and they said, "I've got you to fight here. There's a lad who wants to fight. His name's Jamie Moore. He's already beat me like my first pro amateur fight. He beat me on points." And I thought, oh, fuck's sake.
Southpaw as well, isn't it?
Southpaw as well. Like, but then, like, I ended up fighting him and beating Jamie. But he gave me a right good hide in the first fight. Yeah. I just thought it was a little hard case now, but I did. And then I fought him again, beat him, and then we stayed really good friends then. I think that's what boxing does as well. You can hate people, but when you fight them or share a ring with them,
it's just respect.
I used to hate you.
We used to have some wars.
I used to hate him, man. But look at it now.
But
it's respect.
I used to war with everyone. It was like it was stupid. That's why
even Gomez it's a war with.
That's why I didn't like. That's why I never learned as much as I should have learned. I learned things, but in a sparring, it was like kill or be killed. It was stupid because I didn't learn nothing. I remember, don't tell you the truth, a few times when I was relaxed, right? And I remember this is one time, I had 2 fights against Ruben Grunwald. He beat me and I beat him. And then I was boxing this tall Russian for the WBU title. So I got in touch with Ruben and paid for him to come down and spar me. But I was relaxing that. I was just on the ropes and moving and slipping and sliding, using the jab and stuff. And it was probably one of the easiest spars I've ever had. Yeah. Because I was relaxed. But in fights, I was always on some
tense,
spar. But this time, I was relaxed and I was floating about. It was an easy spar. I outboxed him, boxed his head off. But like he beat me once and nearly beat me again. I won closely on points in the second fight. That's just mindset. That being relaxed.
Did you box Michael Jones?
No. I sparred Michael. Michael was a top fighter. Top fighter, Michael. He fought Jamie twice.
That's Jamie fought.
He fought James.
God, it was a spar to give him down at Champs Camp.
Michael Jones was a top fighter, top amateur as well for his son. But we had some great sparring with Michael. He hit me to the body a lot of times. He's a tall guy, but he can bang to the body.
Put him all over the place, man.
Would you say the way you train now, so we know you as the fighter, how different is your training methods now? Would you say it's similar? Would you say you've adjusted it?
Have you picked
things up?
It was night and day. Yeah. I wouldn't train no one like I trained. Yeah. I wouldn't know. The only thing I'd give them is my mentality. My mentality is like, I'd go walls if I could, to get there.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. But, like, the training, it was too hard. I tried to put my body through too much.
Yeah.
And I cheated a lot on my diet because I've got a bad sweet tooth. So what I'd do, I'd eat a Mars bar. It's stupid this, but I'd eat a Mars bar or whatever it was from chocolate, but then put a black bag on, go for
Never done that.
6-8 mile run and stuff, right?
Middle of night, 12 o'clock in it, and then go to bed hungry.
And do stuff like that.
Hot bath.
Hot baths, it's stupid where now I know, like, if I wouldn't have done that, that took more out of my body than running with them sweattops on and stuff.
Yeah, because it's water weight, it's not losing fat,
Not losing fat.
But you know, like, so when I said to my clients, because I help clients lose fat, I always ask them on the survey when they come in, when do you crave salt or sugar? And some say salt. So, okay, so that means your sodium levels, how your body works when you get hot.
How do you know if you're craving salt, though?
They'll know because they'll say things like, if I'll ask them what's your craving, and they'll say
Crisps.
peanut, crisps.
Right.
So then I'm like, all right, so your body reacts when it gets hot, when the thermal heat goes up, you're burning too much sodium. But then someone else will turn around and say, I crave sugars. So that means that your glycogen levels are depleting.
Right.
Because we've asked two different types of people, right? So then all you would do there is to stop that is, after they've finished their session, you make sure if it's a sugar craving, they get straight away. The chocolate bar's no problem straight after training, by the way. But you get fruit and things in the system straight away while their heart rate's high. So they would burn more calories, right? So that means they wouldn't have that craving later on. So I tell all my clients that. I tell them, yeah, you can have your chocolate, your diet. Really? Yeah, but I need you to do it at this point. And then when they get on the scales, and even with the fighters, the weight's just coming off. I'm like, I'm making weight easy and I'm having chocolate bars. Do you know what I mean?
Your body, it's like an engine.
Yeah, it's like an engine.
So when we're fasting, it's holding
storing fat.
It's holding on to its
fat.
starvation. Yeah. That's what's been happening to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we need to keep that engine going.
I used to do that.
So tell fighters.
And not eat, like, I used to, like, say, have a breakfast, like some cereal, and then have, like, one meal then.
Yeah.
But then
we
it holds on to fat, doesn't it? So I'm thinking I'm losing weight here because I'm not going to eat nothing.
So it's only water.
Do you know what your BMR is?
Yeah, body mass index.
No, that's BMI. All right, so BMR, let me break it down.
Right.
BMR, right? So this is how I get fighters to make weight, and they can eat the foods like, right? This is with anyone, by the way. Right.
Job for your dietitian. Have you got a dietitian?
No.
If you need any advice, I'll give you advice, right? So you find out, first of all, by someone's age, weight, and height, how many calories burn doing out. So I'll do me, because it's easy, because I'm off by heart. I burn exactly 1,990 calories doing nothing. So now it's simple maths. So if I'm burning that much calories doing nothing, and then I go and do all the training, like when I boxed, I was probably living on about 1,000 calories. So I'm eating, let's say 1,000 calories. I'm already 900 calories behind, right? So now I'm in a restriction. So my body thinks it's dying. So it's going to tap into it's going to strip the muscle down so I can carry on surviving. But it's going to hit a point where it's like, you're going to die if I don't hold on to fat. So you always see fighters get on scales on fight week and always have a little bit of punch belly and all the rest because their body's gone catabolic because you trained your body to store fats, but we don't want that. You want to get on the scale and you want to be muscly and ripped up. So these top athletes, what can afford personal trainers and nutritionists, get them to reverse it. So what I do with my clients, I said, right, we're going to do not a calorie restriction, we're going to do a calorie deficit. You burn 1,990 calories doing no, so I'm going to make you eat 2,300 calories. So you're eating 300 calories more than you burn doing no. Now I'm going to fuel that person with all that food, but when they come and spar and all the rest, they're going to be able to push longer in the training, and you're going to then go past the 1.9 and you're going to go right down to 1.4 because I'm going to make them burn 800 calories. How do I do that? So if you look at the top athletes now, they wear the heart monitors, don't they? That's because they're tracking the calories. So I tell my clients or the fighters I work with, when you've got your heart rate on, you're doing sparring, and I'll talk to the trainers if I need to, I'll say, make sure that he burns no more than 600 calories. Because if you're burning more than 600 calories, you're tapping into his muscle reserves. We want to just finish short of burning fat. So then it comes to fight week. They're in the best shape of their life. They're only 4 or 5 pounds over. Well, that's easy. To get 5 pounds of water's off easy, right? So that means they haven't affected the performance. But what other fighters do, they get to the fight week and they're 12 pounds behind. So now they're going to have to get them to not eat.
Yeah.
And the second that you stop eating, your body goes into a catabolic state and it starts holding on to fat. And that's the simple. That's
what I used to do.
Yeah, that's what we all did, and that's where we made mistakes.
Hot bath for ages.
Yeah.
But when you know, you know. But when you don't know, so a lot of people think training in a hot climate's better for weight loss, right? Dehydrates you, so you fatigue quicker, so you can't perform. So if you train in a cold climate, you know that the old gyms used to be cold all the time, and then, you know that was actually a better environment because you have to work 5 times as hard.
And it's got you, because your body get warmer.
So you made it more fat. Right? But what the problem we had when we boxed is, our trainer was our dietitian, our manager, our promoter. Whatever he said, he knows best, and they don't always know best.
No, well, I was in America the first time boxing in America. Brian Hughes, I think it was about 5 days before the fight, 5 days before the weigh-in.
Yeah.
And he said, "Stop drinking water."
Brendan used to do the same thing in the gym. He said, "Don't drink water in the gym."
Brendan used to say the same thing.
Yeah. Don't drink water. What are you drinking water for?
You got to stop that. And then after the weigh-in ones, I boxed in Bethnal Green once. After the weigh-in, went for something to eat, and he told me, "You want to eat this pork." Right.
So worth meat, that
pork, right? Stomach the next day was
because you shrunk your stomach.
And it's rubbish stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
What was Brian Hughes and Pat Barrett like? You know, to be trained by him, and what was it like being in that gym? Before you left, I know you went to several different gyms.
Pat was good. I went to like 3 gyms, Pat was good.
Looked after you and everything, and
Pat looked after me. Brian didn't look after me now.
What about your mindset as well? With Pat,
with me when I was with Pat, because I was like a street kid. Where I remember once where I was sparring with this lad called Craig Winter, and he nearly knocked me out. I was only just before my debut was my pro debut.
Yeah,
he was a big middleweight, like from Wales. He hit me right and nearly knocked me out. He had me out a bit. But at the end of the round, I went to him, and Pat knew what I was like. No, I was like a street kid and that kind of fight and stuff. Anyway, so looking at him like Brian for some advice. He looked at me and went, "You go out there, get on his fucking chest and do him in." Like, just that
mentality.
Right. So I've gone right. That's all I needed. Right. I went out there and done him. Got in there and beat the lad up. But that wouldn't work. So go out there, behind the jab, step back, and all this stuff. Go out there, look in my eyes, go on his fucking chest. That's how and do him in like one of them. I just went out there and beat him up. And some things like that can work with different fighters, can't they?
Not everybody.
Not everybody though. I remember once I was boxing in a leisure centre called Bramble Leisure Centre in Preston.
Right.
Boxing a lad called Ashley Delaney from Blackpool. And I went out there and I was trying to. Brian Hughes used to always try to get us doing this side on style, like boom, boom. And that was never met. I went out there and went bam, bam, threw about 3 jabs, bang, bang, bang. Hit the guy. The guy just crossed me with a right hand bang and knocked me on my ass. Well, on my back, I was the hardest punch I've ever took. Amateur or pro. And then, like, my dad was in the corner and he done me again in the second round. I got up, he done me again, like, not knock me down, but give me a count, I think. After the second round, I said, "Dad, I can't do this fucking side-on shit." He went, "Well, go out there
and do what you do.
Down, batten your gum shield and fucking give it him." Went out there, knocked him out. Dropped him 3 times and knocked out. And that's like just mentality. That I couldn't do that. Some people can. If you would have said that to Thomas McDonald, he might have gone bang, bang, bang. Still off him side on. But that wasn't me. So it's different.
You have to know what you can do, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Work with what you can work with.
Yeah. There's no point in having someone who's 5'2" trying to outbox someone.
Listen, you got some good stories. We have to come back again and just carry on.
Anytime.
You know what I mean?
How long do you think we've been talking for?
10
20
hours.
minutes.
20 minutes?
How long? 55 minutes.
Are you joking, man? Respect, bro.
Man.
That's the thing.
When you're relaxing it, it's just, you don't even know the camera's there and everything.
Yeah. It's good. We enjoy it. We'll definitely go be back.
Definitely.
100%.
Thank you. Are you taking it out, son?
I don't want to go, man.
Don't be shy.
All right, take us out.
Yeah, all right.
Guys, thanks for tuning into the 13th and final round podcast. This was a really good episode.
Really good.
We will definitely 100% be back down in this gym to talk
to the warrior,
Anthony Farnell.
That's right.
Don't forget to like,
share,
comment,
and subscribe.
Hit the subscription button.
And don't forget, 13th final round. We're here. And
we're here, and we are
out.